Hello and welcome to another tea break talk. So apologies, we haven't done this for ages. We have been pretty busy, but we're really excited to bring you this one that we've been working on now for the last few weeks. My favourite colour, obviously, Fortana Red. Just an amazing finish on it. This is a very special van. It's got a lot of extras on it, sliding doors, automatic sliding doors that is. Started life as a kombi, so it's an unusual one for us to get in because it's obviously a twin slider. So we don't get too many of those in that we then turn into campers. But this is a very, very nice camper van that's got a high-low roof on it and a full U-shape interior. So let's show you what we've done that's a little bit different on the inside. They're just so swish, love those. So our favourite interior has always been, without question, the U-shape. My personal favourite. I think it is just such a lovely social space for getting people in and maximising that space in a small van, which is so critical and really important. So it's a lot less restrictive than your typical rock and roll beds, and you still get your cabinetry in it as well. So if we take a look a bit further inside of what we've done on this one, immediately you'll be able to see what we've done on the floor. It's our ship deck style, with the planks in natural oak with the darker strips running in between. It's becoming our absolute staple now because it's such a good all-rounder. It's a waterproof flooring, so if you do spill anything on it, it's not going to harm the floor in any way. And also, if you do damage it, we can remove the individual planks to replace them. So it's a really durable format for a camper van, so really good. So more about the interior anyway that we've put in this one. As you can see, we've gone for the burgundy laminate, which we think is a really lovely match to the rest of the van on the outside. We've colour coded the fridge, again the quality Dometic CRX50. Spun the door around, which is always handy because you'll be wanting to access the fridge for the most part from inside the van interior rather than the cab, so we spun that around. So a little twist on our usual U-shapes. We've added a few more little options on these, which is the drawers. So rather than having the fold down door, because this one hasn't got the cooker on it, you can utilise the space underneath it a little bit more effectively and go for a drawer rather than a door. So we've done drawers on both sides. As you can see, it's the really lovely birch, so really, really lovely wood. Super dense, really strong. It's got them really lovely crisp lines all the way through it. Added a wireless charger up on the top there, which pops up. Got two USBs on that as well. So nice little thing, still keeping the worktop nice and clean. Easy access cupboards, nice closing hinges on them and nice little catches. And of course over in the U-shape, slightly different with the table this time. So rather than having the island table in the middle, which can be a little bit restrictive, and you do have to negotiate your way around that or put the tabletop on once you are in the van, we've now got the eccentric table, which will obviously move around and suit your position. So if you're sitting opposite each other having some dinner, then of course you can lock the table so it stays still, or if it's just you or you're getting in and out, to make that process easier, you can obviously move the table completely out of the way. It will store in any position just using the handles, which are on a nice little ratchet, so you can then bring them round, tighten them up or loosen them off to get to the position that you're after. So that's the table, and the inside we'll show you what we've done to the outside of the U-shape. So here we are at the back of the van. It's a tailgate model, so it does, I think, lend itself for camper van use probably slightly more than barn doors, but that is very subjective. There's pros and cons to both of those. I've had both, like them both for different reasons, but I think if I had to be pushed, I'd probably pick a tailgate if I could. Barn doors, still as massively functional, and you can get the canopies to go over them as well to turn it into a nice little shelter. But for this van, as we were going to show you the back of the U-shape, we've done something slightly different with the drawer this time. We still like that functionality of the pull-out drawer, and we've kept that. So I'll show you on this one. We've got the drawer here. We've changed the runners, so this time they lock out. So it does help when you are keeping the drawer out, that you then need to release the tabs before the drawer will go back in. So just a little bit of an update on that. I think they are just a little bit nicer. Same sort of style, they're load bearing, so you can put a load of weight into them without any worry that they're going to give way. And of course, the fact that we've used birch on this piece of furniture as well means that it is super strong. It's really good in all weathers. It's a nice piece of wood that will last, and they do look really lovely as well, don't they? So with this one, we've got a nice little feature that will then turn it into another sort of little function of a table. So let's remove the cushions and we'll show you that next bit. So we've just popped the cushions out of the way to make it a little bit easier to show you what we're doing. So on the very top here, this piece, which would normally allow you access into the void that is inside the van, we've hinged and allowed it to come all the way over, and then with these little noggins that pop up from the inside, you've now got a table, and it's very strong. Again, it's weight supporting. You could put a cooker on there if you wish, nice little Kadak. Still got plenty of space to be using as like a prep and work area if you wished. And it's at a really nice height. It is sort of level with me where you'd want to be cooking at a comfortable point. So if you're, lovely summer's day, you're outside, you don't necessarily want to cook in the van, but it is nice to have that little canopy above you, which is obviously formed by the tailgate. It's just a nice little area where you could then put a cooker if you wished. So yeah, there's that, and it's very, very easy to use. As you see, that obviously just pops back over, noggins go down, lift the tabs, drawer goes back in, clicks into position, so then it won't undo either. So yeah, we're really pleased with this. We like the little adaptations that we're doing. Obviously, with every van, we get some different ideas. Customer requirements obviously varies between each project as well. So we're open to listening to what the customer is after, and then seeing how we can adapt that to make that work for them. We've also kept the load lashings in this van as well that are hidden inside the furniture. So he can tie stuff down in there if he wishes, and use those load lashings that were on the kombi as the factory secure points. Just so you've just got another little feature in there as well. They're all hidden, but obviously we've maintained some access points where you can drop yourself down, and if you want to get into there, you then can do through those points. Okay, so that's about it for the back of the van. I think what we want to show you next is it's set up as a bed. So you can see where the U-shape comes into its own. Obviously that very social seating space, and then the massive bed that it turns into afterwards. So let's put this back together, and then we'll show you back around the other side inside the van, where we've then got the bed area. Okay, so inside again, here we are in the bed format. So really simple. You've got another panel on this side which folds over. It's got another leg which supports the panel over there, so it's weight bearing. And it then, once you move the side cushions into the center, like what we've done here, becomes this massive bed. So this section is the same as a normal 3/4 bed, so your normal rock and rolls, your 1/2s, that kind of thing. But what you do have on this is this extra shoulder space up this end. So two of you can sleep side on, or side by side rather, and have lots of space around each other. So it's a really nice, usable format. yeah, we just absolutely love it. So like I said, it is our favourite. We consider it one of the best layouts for its social space and for its bed as well. So you get the best of both worlds. The biggest space for use in a dining position and a lounge, and the biggest available bed, while still keeping the cabinet. And as you can see with the cabinet, you've still got a lovely worktop on here which has got loads of usable space. And the point that we did say at the very beginning, this is a twin slider, and what we haven't shown you yet is what we've done on the back of this unit, just to make sure that when you do use that sliding door, you've got the best of the the sliding door function and the cabinet and the utility that then brings. So we'll turn this back into its seating position, and we'll go and show you what's behind the sliding door on the other side. So driver's side, and unusually for a camper van, we've got a door sitting on this side, but it is really quite popular amongst the combis. So if you are considering converting a combi, it doesn't mean that it's impossible to do by any means, and actually it does give you some extra functionality and another way into your camper, which if you then couple it with like another awning rail, you can literally have the van centre to two awnings, maybe a wind out awning on one side and a canopy on the other side, or a drive away awning one side and a canopy. I think it's great. So it certainly wouldn't stop me from buying one with two doors. So what we've done to the back of the cabinet hopefully shows you that it is actually rather nice. So what would normally be the panel on the back of the fridge, we've enclosed and put a nice little vent in there around where the fan is for the fridge, so that can draw some much needed air into that to keep it all operating lovely. And we've just got a nice access into the back of that cupboard. As you can see, we've got the electrics sitting in there, so they're nice and easily accessible if you were ever to need those. And you've just got a nice storage area where you can just put all your bits and bobs and access from this side of the van as well as the other side. So it's a very practical layout that I think lends itself really well to having the two doors. And of course what you've now got, coincidentally, is another nice servant area, or you can chat to people that are inside the van. Like I said, particularly if you did put an awning or a canopy on the top of it from this side, you've got another area that you've got access to in and out of the van. So it's a really great setup, and one that we've really enjoyed building and trying to do something that was just a little bit different to what we've done before. It's nice to have a little twist on each van that makes them individual, and I'm sure you'll agree that the colour is very bold, but it just works really well. This burgundy is just such a nice colour, with the oak, which is really nice and warm, and with the Fortana red on the outside of the van. It's just a super combination. So we're hoping the owner gets to enjoy many years of excellent camping in his new van. So thanks very much for watching. Please do consider subscribing to us. It does help us get seen, and sharing the videos, so that's very helpful. So thank you if you are a subscriber, and thank you for watching and spending the time with us. So we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.